An Alexandria family is shaken and police are looking for answers. Our Katie Lusso joins us with this exclusive video. And Katie, this is so disturbing.
It certainly is. This video you see here, it is what nightmares are made of. But this wasn't just a prank. This masked trio, they banged on the door of an Alexandria home, threatened to kill the people inside, and eventually tried to break in. Well, as you'd imagine, this was terrifying for the homeowners who say the people in this video crossed the line. But this was no nightmare.
Open the door!
It was a reality for one Alexandria family.
Either you come out or we coming in.
It happened around 10 p.m. Tuesday near Duke and South Jordan Streets in Alexandria.
At first I thought it was just a Halloween joke, a little prank. So I said happy Halloween.
Shayla says she thought they'd leave, but they didn't. So she called 911 and told them cops were on the way, but the trio seemed unfazed.
And they kept knocking on the door. The knocks would get harder and harder.
Open the door!
And they threatened to kill us.
When they couldn't get in through the front, she says they came around back.
This whole thing, they broke down, as you could tell.
She showed us the damage.
So did they actually go in there?
Oh, yes, ma'am. They hopped up on here and they came through.
She says they went right up to the glass.
They were just hidden the window.
She says they finally left after about 10 minutes. Police were at their home Wednesday. She says this is not a joke.
It's not even a joke gone wrong. They tried to enter into the home. My heart dropped when they said that they were going to take a chair and break down the door. That is just too much.
She says it's left their whole family shaken up, especially her mother.
My dad recently just died, so it's just I'm just glad I was there. Now she's in fear. She don't want to stay there by herself.
She says this could have ended much differently.
It could have been bad. Our Second Amendment right was not used and could have been, being very transparent.
To the people behind these masks,
that was giving grown-up activity. The time frame alone, 10 o'clock at night, to knock on someone's door in costume is never okay. Halloween, not Halloween, it's never okay.
So if you know who these guys are, if you have any footage of them on your doorbell camera, again, this happened in the area of Duke and South Jordan Streets in Alexandria. Make sure you contact Alexandria Police. Lorenzo.
This is disturbing and dangerous. Like Shayla said there, you show up to the wrong house, this could have taken yet another turn.
Snacks in a touristy area can be pricey, but how much is too much?
Yeah, so get this. This past weekend, a woman says she was charged $88 for only 4 cups of ice cream on the National Mall.
The math is not mathing.
Yeah, for that much. She shared a warning, though, with our Katie Lusso.
How much is it for ice cream here?
Ice cream is $7.
That's what you'd pay at Sam's food truck by the National Mall.
That's like a normal place. Anything up to that is like robbing people.
And robbed is exactly how Melissa Hayes says she feels.
I was pissed.
Sunday, her family went for a bike ride from their home in Arlington to the mall and decided to get some ice cream to cool off.
I said, can I get 4 ice cream cups or 4 ice cream cones, vanilla? And I said, how much is that? And he just turned around and started doing, getting it together.
As he handed her the 4 cups of ice cream, she says she asked again.
I said, and how much was that, sir? And he took my card, and then he started I felt like he was overwhelmed.
She didn't think anything of it. That is, until she saw on her bank statement that they'd been charged $88. That's $22 a cup.
My jaw dropped. It would have to have a lot of fancy stuff on it for it to be $22.
That is an exorbitant fee, even in a high demand time, even on the National Mall.
Tiffany Crow is the director of the Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection. She says about 100 vendors are licensed to operate near the mall. She says they're also required to be upfront with their prices.
And going to the National Mall and visiting a food truck has been part of the culture of that sort of time for a lot of families for many years. And so we want people to be able to continue to do that, but we absolutely want people to recognize that there's a difference between a vendor who is operating within the law and one who is not.
Sam, license in hand, shared this message to bad vendors.
Don't make it difficult for us. Don't rob people. Don't scam people.
As for Hayes, she's spreading the word about what happened.
I just wanted to make people aware, make sure that you're asking the price up front. Get it. Even if they're busy, make sure you're getting that price, make sure you're getting a receipt. I failed to do that, so I kind of, took it as shame on me, lesson learned.
Now, if you've been a victim of this, the district wants to hear from you. We've put info on how you can file a complaint on our website, WUSA9. But I do want to end this with a positive note. After Melissa posted what happened on social media, the owner of Toby's Homemade Ice Cream in Arlington sent her family vouchers for free ice cream. So big shout out to them tonight.
Yeah, at least that ice cream won't be nearly as expensive, and it'll probably taste a whole lot better.
Right. I love the kids. They were like, it needs to have a bunch of fancy
Yeah,
stuff
it
on
sure
it. It doesn't
does.
cost that much.
$22
Yeah.
for ice cream, that is pretty pricey. All right,
thank
Katie,
you.
thanks.
Weekend, you definitely want to hear this warning.
Yeah, people online are saying they are being overcharged by food trucks in our nation's capital. We introduced you to this family earlier this week who says they were charged $88 for 4 cups of ice cream.
Yeah, that's right. Our Katie Lusso went back out to the National Mall today looking out for your wallet. And Katie, what'd you find?
Yeah, well, we heard from so many of you since that interview aired that some people even went online that they wrote that they've paid $20 per ice cream or $30 for 2. It really got us thinking, what is the going rate for a cup of soft serve ice cream near the National Mall? So tonight I went truck to truck and asked the same question each time. How much is it for vanilla? How much is it? $7. 8. Yeah. How much is it for just vanilla ice cream? 10.
At some, the prices for vanilla soft serve were different.
Regular $8, waffle $10.
But others.
Is it more for a cone? No, it's the same.
In the district, food truck vendors are required to be transparent with prices. Some, like this, had the price posted up on the truck.
Like the price?
Other prices are here.
But others.
How much is it for vanilla?
Vanilla?
Yeah.
Appeared to have to discuss and check with someone else before sharing.
$10? Okay.
None of the prices they shared came close to the price Melissa Hayes told WUSA 9 she was charged over the weekend. $88 for 4 cups of vanilla soft serve. That's $22 a cup. She says the vendor brushed her off when she tried to ask up front for the price, and she only discovered it when she checked her bank account.
So I was in complete disbelief.
Her story has sparked a massive conversation about the cost of ice cream from food truck vendors.
I mean, it's DC, a lot of people. So the market's determined by, scarcity and value and how many people are willing to pay for it.
But 22?
Yeah, no.
It got him wondering how much he paid just moments earlier.
I'll tell you right now, if I got charged $50, I'm taking $30 of change out of that dude's
asinine. That's crazy. That's highway robbery.
This man chatted with us just moments after finishing his cone.
So I haven't had one of those since I was a kid, and I was like, I forget how complex this is.
What wasn't complex, he says, saying no to the first price he was presented.
I said, how much is your ice cream? And they said $10. And I said, I don't value ice cream that much. And so then I started walking away, and he said, no, $8. And I said, no, you already lost me. And then I went to the next truck over, and they offered $6.
This woman wasn't so lucky.
I paid $11 for a small scoop of ice cream.
So clearly, some lessons to be learned here. Make sure you ask the price up front.
And you got to go truck to truck, apparently, to find out the best bargain, huh?
You certainly do.
Yeah, so Katie, is there anything you can do if you think you may have been overcharged?
Yeah, so if you encounter what we're calling a bad vendor behavior, we've put a link to how you can file a complaint with the city on WUSA9.com.
Yeah, those prices, I think I just might have to look at the menu longingly.
Got a bargain.
Maybe one day, but not today.
Truck to truck.
Thanks, Katie.
So this spring, WUSA 9 exposed high prices from unlicensed food trucks targeting tourists. This week, 32 vendors were towed away for that very reason. And our coverage of this problem in the heart of D.C. is having an impact and forcing changes. Our Katie Lusso went back to the National Mall where she initially told us about this issue back in April.
In order to be a food vendor near the National Mall in the city, you need a license like this one. The owner of this truck says it's not just about the money, it's about representing the city, and the first step is by following the rules.
Wings and fries.
At the DC Food Wagon,
On the chicken shawarma.
you'll find a wide array of options.
Mostly like Middle Eastern food, like over rice, American food, and Mexican food.
Mitri Zaloff is the owner. He's been doing this about a year.
I have the love for food, I cook all the time, so I got plenty of flavors in my head.
In April, we shed light on some bad vendor behavior. An Arlington woman charged $88 for 4 cups of vanilla ice cream.
I was pissed.
Since that report, the Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection says they've received 67 complaints related to vending in the area. On May 30th, 32 illegal, as they called them, food trucks were towed, and 46 citations were issued in an effort to crack down on unlicensed vendors. DLCP says about 100 vendors are licensed to operate near the National Mall.
Health manager.
Zaloff is one of them. He was working during that enforcement blitz.
And everything is passed because I built my truck by the code.
But he says he's grateful for our reporting on the bad vendors as well as the city's enforcement efforts.
When people take advantage of tourists like that, though, what impact does that have on you?
I felt it like people like acting or talking to me sometimes like literally we're trying to steal their money. Like No, sir, that's the price. This is my price.
He says although prices may change for a variety of reasons, he's upfront about them. His message to visitors, get the price up front. As for other vendors, represent the district the right way.
We are working in this city. We are making money of this city. Please, just like present the city the right way. It's not about the money. It's about presenting. Because as I keep always saying, like, I like to treat my customers as I like the people treat me.
Now, if you do see bad vendor behavior, we've put a link to how you can file a complaint on our website, WUSA9.com. Along the National Mall, I'm Katie Lusso, WUSA 9.